Today, I don't know why I always start with telling you what we are going to do, because you obviously know that from the title, but yeah, that doesn't matter. Today is Get Ready With Me. I'm going away in, I think I have plenty of time. I hope so. We are going to watch a hockey game, and then we're going out to eat, and then when I get home I will watch Melodifestivalen, like I talked about last time. I don't remember. But today we are going to use I'm going to use, oh, that was hard to show. It's the Coloured Raine Queen of Hearts palette, you know, that I keep the sleeve for because it looks like this. Why? But I have not used this. I think I've only used one shade, I think. It's very reflective, but you know, I paid a lot of money for it, so now we're going to use it, and it's in my treasure chest. So I will be using a lot of my products from my treasure chest, because that's the point of having it. I have only, you know, I have this in my beauty room. It's micellar cleansing water. I love this. It's the Lumen, I don't know how you pronounce that, but pure Arctic Miracle 3-in-1 micellar cleansing water, and I can actually use this to remove makeup as well without it irritating my eyes. And I'm almost run out, but it's lasted me a long time, but maybe that's because I use it with other stuff as well. But yeah, but it was a Swedish YouTuber called Sandra Lindahl who recommended this, and I really like it. So I've just taken off the dirt with that and then moisturize with Body Shop Vitamin C Glow Boosting Moisturizer, if someone were wondering. And let's see, where is that primer? I'm testing out a lot of different things because, like I've said before, I have trouble with my skin. It doesn't look good on the nose, so yeah. But now I'm using the Pixie Rose Flash Balm Instant Skin Booster. The first time I tried it didn't look good, but like I said, I don't think that was this. I think it was my skin or the foundation. Angelica Nyqvist really likes this. I usually don't like the smell of Pixie stuff, but I like it with this. This smells okay, actually. And like I said in, I don't know how many videos I have put up when this come up, but I have started to link all my favorite YouTube channels down below. So if you hear me say like, oh, Angelica or Allison or something like that, just check down below. They will probably be linked in my list. Otherwise I will of course link the channel I'm talking about, but I talk about them so much that I thought it was easier just to have them there. But yeah, now I have used that, and I'm going to use a bit of Wonder Blur from Body Shop on my nose for the pores. This is really hard to take on because it comes like this, and you can't, you know, touch it, and it's like, it's such a weird consistency. But it worked the last time. The last combo I did worked great, so I hope that will work today as well. And I'm only taking this where I have large pores. Like that. And sometimes I actually take it on, you know, friends like this, because then it will be easier to cover them up if they are even. Suddenly I have so many friends. I don't know what I have done, but obviously I have done something, because my forehead looks like, please help me. Sorry, I'm just annoyed by how it looks, but yeah, it's like that sometimes. And I actually used this foundation. It's from Body Shop and it's their Fresh Nude Cushion Foundation. And I really like that actually. It's, you know, this classic one where you, classic, but like all the others. And I don't use this, I use my Real Techniques stippling brush and just dip it in. And that worked perfectly fine. My shade is the lightest one. It's Fuji Peony 01. See if you can see it. Yeah. So I'm just going to take that. So I just, you know, dip in. So it really gets dirty. And it's not, you don't get too much product, and that's what I like, because I have become more into a light coverage because of my nose. But I still want to cover up the red. And this looks fine on my nose so far. I thought I was going to use this up because it feels like this is going bad much faster than a regular foundation, because it's more exposed and because of the sponge. You know, I'm dipping back in so you get bacteria in it. Press a little harder. Isn't that pretty? Done. And when I use this light coverage foundation, I will use a colored powder because I want more coverage than this foundation will give me, but you know, not full coverage. Because you know, you can still see the red here. But I really liked how this looked on the skin after a while. So, and my nose doesn't look as horrible as it usually does. But that can change any minute, so let's all keep our fingers crossed. And now I will try to remember to put on concealer before the powder. I can actually put this concealer on after I put on powder and it doesn't look weird, but you know, I prefer to set it with the powder. I hope not. Then when this dries down, you take a little bit more. Like that. Then we take the powder. I'm using up my H&M or H&M porcelain true matte finishing powder. You know, I have it pan, but that was not very hard. And I'm even using a very, very soft brush, because when I used, and you can see I have, or maybe you can't see it. No, you can't see it probably, but it kicks up a lot, so it's not very it's not pressed very hard. But I used a powder, I can't remember what was that powder, and I used a brush and it just swirled, everything just came out. And I even used a very soft brush, and then you can't use it. I hope you know what I mean. These, I think powders are the things I go through the most, because I take a lot and then I just brush it away. But ooh, that felt so soft. Maybe I will take, since I'm using such a soft brush, I don't get much on the brush. That was weird to say. Yep. Now I'm done. Let's put that in so I don't forget it. Like that. And now let's see. I realized that I only took in one bronzer like I did last time. I could use, you know, I have my product pan products. Where is it? Here. So I could use, you know, the butter bronzer and the Kat Von. Maybe I can use the Kat Von D because I want a little cooler. But I really like the Balm. Yeah, this bronzer. I really like it a lot. Let's take that because this should last a long time. Some bronzers are too warm, I think, for me to use as contour, even though I do it sometimes when I'm lazy. But this from Kat Von D is really good, and I think, yeah, this one actually is kind of competing with this. Maybe I don't have to buy this shade again when I have used it up, because, you know, it's not convenient to have the palette, and I don't want it as a single either in those, you know, to put it in a magnetic. But they came out with duos. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see if this is a dupe, because that's cheaper also. Let's take that. And then we take the bronzer. And I have Oliver Anti-Orange Bronzer. Whoop, whoop. Since I don't get any color by myself in the summer, if I get any color, it's definitely red. When I was little, I used to get tanned. But it was like I got burnt, and then the red turned into, you know, brown tan. But that does not work anymore. So the only color I get is the one I put on myself, except for when we were on a cruise the last time, because I really, I used, was it SPF 50, I think? It was at least 50, and I had a hat on and so on, and then I got a little color, but it's mostly I get, you know, more freckles than usual. But yeah, that was nice. So that's why I like to bronze a bit, to fit in, so people won't think that I'm a vampire. Got that line got really sharp. This is a really stiff, not stiff maybe, because it doesn't look like that, but it's really dense brush, but it's actually really good for using with, especially the butter bronzer. It fades out the color really nice, but I haven't used it with this. You know, if you take too much like I did here, but that will fade a bit as well. And if you hear noise, it's my neighbor that's been doing construction or whatever for like 7 months. I'm so annoyed with that. He was doing it at 11 p.m. last night. And I think, let's take this blush. This is, no, I don't want to take that. Let's take the Jouer blush. Let's take the shade on the other side. I used the light shade in the video where I use the products that Malin shows for me. She's also linked down in the description box. But let's try the dark. See if I can use that, because the light showed up really well and it lasted all day, even though I was out in the rain and getting sweaty and stuff. So I'm really glad that I have this and that Malin picked it for me, because I don't know if it would have taken its time for me to get to it otherwise. Sometimes when I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, I'm taking too much blush up here. I only want a little, because I'm thinking I'm taking bronzer. And now I'm going to use the Pixie highlighter. I have only used it a few times, and I'm not that in love like everybody else, because I don't get it to work that great for me. I think I used it the other day. I think I used it in the video where I used the Subculture palette, and that looked fine, but you know, I don't know. So that's why I want to use it more. And this is the Subtle Sunrise. I didn't take both of them in my treasure chest, and I don't think the shades have names, but I'm obviously using the light shade. Such a weird formula, because it's powdery and it's dry, but at the same time it looks like the ones that are a bit creamy, because the dents or the brush strokes show up like that. But yeah, this video I'm just talking nonsense, I feel, but it shows up. I don't know, you know, you always say you can't have too much highlighter. Obviously you can have too much highlighter. Not that it's too blinding, but that it looks like you have silver or something. And I don't want it to look too much, because, you know, we are not going somewhere fancy. We are going to a hockey game, and then we're going to Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut, I don't know how it is in your country, but the one that is down here in Malmö is really good, and it's like, you know, a real restaurant, and they make such good food and they have so good staff that works there, so we really enjoy going there. I don't remember why I said that. Never mind. But I think I made this work a little bit better today. We'll see after. Now we're going to do eyeshadow. Boop, boop. And I guess this will be kind of a neutral look, because we're using, like I said, the Queen of Hearts palette, and there are not a lot of bright shades, but I like sometimes to use coppers. I think are really pretty, and golds could be really pretty. And obviously I like silvers, but they are not usually in the neutral palettes. It's just regular brown that I'm not... It's my least favorite color, but I obviously use it. I prefer gray over brown. But we actually have berry tones. But I want to use that copper shade. And I'm starting out with air here. Not a lot of kick up. I think this is the same color as my skin, maybe a little darker. And today we're doing the same look on both eyes, obviously. I could have done, because we are going to watch hockey, like I've said 3 times, and one of the teams are obviously Malmö Redhawks, and the other team is Växjö Lakers, and I actually like them as well. Like I said before, I like hockey a lot, but I almost only watch when it's like the World Cup, or you know, when Sweden compete in something. I don't really see the point when Sweden meets Sweden, you know. But you can't tell my mom, but I actually like the Lakers, Växjö Lakers, better, and they are from another city. And I think my dad also likes them better, but I could have had, you know, one eye with the Redhawks and one with the Lakers. And it's funny that they both have these American team names as well, just to sound cooler. They are not cool at all. Should we do... I'm taking Empress, the orange. I'm sorry, that was bad. I'm thinking I'm taking that color, then that color, and then that color. I think so. That's why I'm using the orange, because if I only use that, then that shade would go much better, but that is more copper, and that will look great with the orange, I think. It's more like a red orange. It was called Empress, yeah, I think I said it. Little bit more kick up, but you know, when I've used the last palette I used was the Subculture, so you know, nothing is as bad as that at giving kick up, so that's an experience to use that. I really like how this color blends together with the one I put on before. Looks really nice. I have 1, 2, 6 palettes from Coloured Raine. No, I have the Vivid Pigments as well, so I'm counting it as 7 palettes, but I have not used them. I'm so bad. So I think I will put 1 in each month to try out. But there are so many palettes I want to take in, but then I also don't want to take in too many, because I know that I will not have the time to use them all well. So yeah, I'm just rambling on, but I really like this shade. It was really pretty, and when you blend it out, it looks more like the shade in the pan, so that is always nice. Now let's take Ladyship. It's the purple one. I'm going to take it with the same brush. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes in this palette, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 obviously foiled shadows. Ooh. Oh god, I like this. These two go so good together. I'm happy. I see why people like this color scheme if you're used to liking, you know, wearable colors. These are wearable but a bit out of the comfort zone. And you could do a really neutral look, or you can do a more colorful, obviously, because I'm doing that, and they blend so good together. I get so happy when it's easy to use an eyeshadow palette, then it gets fun to work with. I really hope the foil shadows are doing as well. Doing as good as these. But I think that's what they are known for, so God, I like. I want to take a bit more intense here. That. That I don't like. Let's fix that. Like that. God, that's so pretty. Yeah, okay, let's use the foil shadow. Noble woman. God, let's see if I have to use... I'm not gonna... Am I going to risk getting fallout? I will try it without spraying it. Yeah, it will probably work, but I'm getting a bit of fallout now, and I don't want that. Release me. I'm going to spray it. God, it looks like metal. Oh, did I just break this now? Vad var jag, Gunvald? Oh my God. This is so pretty. I'm pleased. I want to have this all over the lid, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to take more of the matte shade, but God, it's so pretty. Oh, it's good if I spray the brush. These matte shades are that pretty that I could actually consider doing an all matte look. I usually don't like to do that, but with some colors or palettes, like for instance the Paulina palette from Blush Tribe, that Friends shade, the lime green, that I can use all over the lid. That palette is so nice. And you know, Paulina's channel is also linked down below. It's one of the best palettes I've tried with greens in it. I think it is the best palette, but I have not used the Tribe palette yet, but I saw Paulina do a video where she used the Tribe palette and she compared two of the shades to the shades in her palette, and they are not similar at all. They feel like they are, you know, good to use together. So it's great that you have Paulina's palette with those types of greens, and then you have the ones in the Tribe palette from UVS Place, and you can mix and match. That I would like to see, actually. Oh, this looks good. I'm so sorry, but I get so excited when things work out. And I have been in luck with that recently. I'm just taking a bit of the matte again. Ooh. Where did that come from? That looks so good. Or it looks like I want it to look. That's better. And I think that looks good. These colors go so well together. Now I'm just filling in a bit of the orange. to diffuse it a bit. This looks nice. Now let's take some under the eye. Then we take the orange. I just felt like doing, you know, there is a video where Samantha March is trying out the Natasha Denona highlighter, and she does like, she does something like that, and that is how I'm feeling right now over these shades. But I can't do it like she does, but that's the feeling I'm having. Now let's hope my eyes don't water up, but they will, but at least it will look pretty for a while. Looks a little uneven. Sometimes I like to diffuse it really, really much, but sometimes I like the harsh line, like here. And sometimes a little bit in between. Vad gör du? Ät inte mattan. Nej. Gunvald is eating the carpet. It's fluffy. Now I'm taking the berry shade and I'm lifting up the lashes to make it go higher than the orange and go all the way to the lash line. God, I'm hungry. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Now I want to try the white shade. That looks like it's also shimmery. Let's take that. It's called Crown. Yeah. Fluff. Let's see. Yeah. Is that a duochrome? It's kind of a peachy duochrome. I don't know if you can see that, but I saw it when I smeared it out a bit. Oh, that does not look good on my nose. But it looks better than it usually does, at least. But yeah. So now I am going to do eyeliner, mascara, brows, and fix my hair and lips. And I will be back. Hello! Now I'm back! And I just put my hair up because I just felt like it. Yeah. But I have put on, you know, I always do wing liner, so that's what I did, and mascara. And for lips, I just took, where is it? There, right in front of me. I took Lime Crime Diamond Crusher in Summer, I think. Yeah, it's the one in my treasure chest. So, in some lights, it's very glittery. I like it. And I'm really, really pleased with this palette. More than I actually thought I was going to be. It was so easy to use, so that is very promising for the other palettes I have from them that are more colorful. But yeah, so today I used that in the crease, and then that in the crease, and that much lower, you know, like the third color, and in the corner, in the outer V. And then I used that shade all over the lid, and and that shade in the inner corner. Let's see if I can show you. Wait. Look at him. Du är söt, Gunvald. Ja. Yeah. He's not that entertained. Let's see. I don't know if you can see the shade on my lid, but it's really pretty. And maybe I shouldn't have. This is super neon pink. But yeah, never mind. I got pink in the lips. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this, and yeah, I think that is all I have to say. Please go check out the people I have mentioned in the description box, and have a nice Saturday, even though this is not going up then. Bye!